it's Amber, and I'm getting ready to work on day 7. So day 7, I think, was a Friday. I can't remember now, but we had our holiday work party. So I've got one main photo here with some of my coworkers. So I want to use this Gather vellum piece. I'm going to lay that over top. I'm going to use that as a place to add my number. So what I'm kind of thinking about is layering this die cut here that says documenting this Christmas moment. I'm thinking about maybe trying to find like some acetate or something to fill in another part of that circle there. We'll see, like maybe add another circle. This is a die cut from the from the die cut set, sorry. And then this is from last year's chipboard sets. Then I also have to cover up, this is just my visual, I have my lovely cheese pizza from day 6. So I have the back of day 6's circle to cover. And so what I thought about was this December people, places, and things might be a good die cut to put there. The gold really meshes well. And I changed the wreath I was using to include the one with the red berries to help pull in that red. As I was digging through pattern papers to use, I kind of kept being drawn to this pocket here. This was from the Star Kit from a few years ago, and it's just barely big enough because it will have a seam unless I decided to layer 2 pieces together. But I'm also going to be turning it into a shaker pocket because why not? It's not really serving any other purpose except for decoration. So it's really going to be this on top of this with this Belle Rose set here. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but it's got mostly gold, green, and then a few Santa hats, which is actually perfect because this is also the night we did our Secret Santa at work. So I think that's going to work out really nice. And then for my other photos, I'm going to be, I already have these printed in different sizes. So I'm going to be trimming out the Festive Fun. I have the vellum version that says Cheers, Toast to Friends and Family, which is a slightly bigger size. And then I'm also going to do this journaling card here. And the beauty of it is it's wide enough that I can just trim it and turn it down into a tag by cutting off the holes. So it'll still have a top. I can cut that to look like a tag. I can punch a hole, and then I'm going to write my journaling on there. And then I have a couple different photos here. So just a shot of my drink at the party. So that'll go on the toasting one for Cheers. I thought that kind of made sense. And then this one of me, I was having a really hard time getting a good photo. The lighting was terrible. So I turned this one to black and white because I really couldn't edit it any other way. This one's actually going to go on the back of that one. And then I have 2 photos that are going to go on the front and the back of Festive Fun. So one of the person that I gave a Secret Santa gift to, and then one of the gift I got from my Secret Santa, which was this cute Phillies beanie. So I took a photo of it. So those are sized to go on this one here. So I'm still trying to look through my photos and figure out if I can maybe find one more to put on the vellum tag, but it doesn't necessarily have to have one. And then the way I'm going to put them in the album was the hard part. So I was deciding a couple different things. Like I originally thought about trying to see if I could turn this into a pocket, which I could, but I would have to trim all these down. So I thought about making like a little transparent pocket on the back of the circle that I could tuck the tags into, but then I'd barely have room for like 3x4s, barely. So I decided against that. And then, trying to find, oh, here it is. I was trying to figure out if maybe I could sew like 2 pieces of vellum together to create a pocket here inside the vellum. So like a second piece of vellum, so that when you flip it, the second piece of vellum is stitched on here, and then that's like a hidden, not really hidden, but it's like a pocket. So that was another thing I considered. But I think what I'm going to do is just take the easy route, and I have a 4x8 page protector from Citrus Twist Kits. I think I'm just going to slide that in right here and put the tags in there. Because they're going to have ribbon and stuff. So part of the reason why I decided to do it that way is because I didn't want like 3 tags with like multiple photos and then like all of these layers all right here. It felt like too much. So I just didn't want it to be too thick. So things I pulled from my stash, I thought this sticker that said Mary might be cute on the bottom of the photo of me and my friends at work. This one, maybe, or even on the bottom of myself, because I don't look like I'm smiling, but I'm happy. So I thought maybe I could add that on there just to use it up. And triangle stickers are difficult for me to use. I did pull out this other Gather flag, which is from, I think, the main kit, but I don't want too many gathering things, because I did consider putting it on there, but then it'd be like gather, gather, gather. So I'm not sure I'm going to use that, but I had pulled it aside anyway. So this is just basic construction, adding ribbon. This is just getting these glued down. The biggest part will be actually, I have to handwrite my journaling and then making the shaker pocket. That will be the hardest thing. So that's the thing I actually want to start on. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see how it comes out. Okay guys, so I actually did start with the tags and photos first, just because I had so much stuff on my desk. I just wanted to kind of get them trimmed out and out of the way. I didn't actually build them until a little bit later, but I did trim everything. So you can see that I just used my trimmer to cut that one piece out of the tag papers. So I had nice straight lines, and then I used the vellum tag to size the 3x8 journaling card so that I could make sure that that was sized as big as I could. So 2 of them are larger and one's a little bit smaller, but that's totally fine because the paper ones are actually the smallest ones. So just taking my quarter hole punch there, my power punch, and getting the holes repunched or punched if they didn't have anything at all, and just seeing how the photos are looking lined up. I think I did start adding adhesive a little bit. Most of these I kind of just build off camera because it's a lot of just like taping things down, adding the photos, trimming. So then I jumped to working on my shaker pocket here. I was trying to show that I had it like paper clipped, and I trimmed it wider. That way, if there was any puckering or anything, I didn't have to worry about trying to keep this the exact size. So the base was cut to the correct size. The transparency was not. I started doing the curve first. Went pretty well. Went about 2/3 of the way down the whole side, and then you'll see where I start adding in the sequins. For some reason, though, this is still a newer sewing machine to me. I don't use it enough. I'm not happy with the stitching on it. It's loose. You see all the loops, and I think it's my thread, but like literally right after I finished this, and I went through it twice because I was really unhappy. I wanted to make sure that it was stitched down as well as I could. I went and practiced on scratch paper, like Epson presentation matte paper, so it had some good quality thickness to it, and I messed with all the settings and it still looks identical. I checked to make sure my bobbin was threaded right, the top thread was right, and I think it's just a thread problem at this point. But if anyone has any suggestions for me, please let me know, because I'm growing a little frustrated because it is a new sewing machine. I'm not sure what else to do, but I'm definitely unhappy with the look of the stitching. I'm happy with the machine, but the stitching part, I've messed with the settings so much and I just don't know what else to do. So if anyone's an expert who's watching this, please let me know. So at this point, I think it's the thread, but I'm happy overall with at least it looks good. But there you can see how shitty the stitching looks. But I'm excited about the sequin mix. That is the Bella Rose one. I did figure out which one it was on her Etsy shop, so I'll link it, but I can't guarantee you it will be there based on when you find it. So just seeing how it looks with the die cut on top. And now I'm going to jump into working on the tags. So, like I said, off camera, I did all of this work with adding the little pieces of paper, and now I'm just getting the ribbon attached. So the green stripe chevron, I guess it is a May Arts. I've had it for forever. I'll make sure that gets linked. It's an investment for one of those rolls, but I use it so often and for so many years, and there's still so much left. Like, I would buy it again in a heartbeat, and I have it in like several colors. The red and green smaller rolls there are Heidi Swapp. They cut really nicely. They're a really nice texture. I shared those in my Heidi Swapp video in the past. Really highly recommend her ribbons as well. I almost used her green one, but I ended up deciding to go with another chevron just to have a little bit more red because 2 of the tags are green and I didn't want so much green. Next was building my wreath here, saved that for the end. So, oh, I'm adding these to the pocket there. And just spreading them out a little bit. So kind of setting that to the side. I need to trim my photo a little bit because it's printed onto 8.5 by 11. So I trimmed the bottom and then I just used the vellum to make sure that they were the same exact height. And then I'm going to punch them together so that they're lined up perfectly. So holes are punched and now I can start building the wreath. So a lot of this is just me getting adhesive attached to each piece. The gold circle, I just went around the outside so I made sure it wasn't really visible to the back or anything. The only adhesive you should see is the one that's attaching the wreath to the vellum. So everything else should really be hidden. And just using my double-sided sticky tape for all of this. I felt like it was going to be fine with that. I didn't feel like I really needed red line for this. So you can see I'm just kind of doing everything layer by layer there. And then I just added 4 strips around the wreath to make sure that it was nice and secure. And so one of the last things I did is I was originally going to go with a gold dotted transparency. My punch would not cut through the transparency, so I just used my 2.5 inch template there that I have for photos. Cut that out, but I didn't love it, so I went with the green stripe from this year's 3x8 transparency set, and it was just a little pop of green, and I really love how it came out. So I'll probably use the rest of that one for like a 3x4 transparency somewhere else in the album. Or who knows, maybe I'll cut more circles if I do more wreaths like this. Since there's 2 more of these gold circles and 2 more of the craft circles in the main kit this year, I might just build more of these so that there's some consistency throughout the album. That's one thing that I've been working on, is like I've been liking how my projects are coming together, but nothing feels consistent yet. Or like tied together. So just getting these all built together. It's going to be attached to the page. I'm going to add one of these little star stickers, and then I'll be showing you a live look in just a minute of how everything looks. And thanks for sticking with me this long. Okay guys, I am all done with the layout. There's a lot that ended up being off camera, so I apologize for that, but here's my shaker pocket. I wanted this to be on the outside because I was worried about where the stitching lines were going to be. So I wish it could have been inside, but I just didn't think it was going to fit quite right, or that I was going to have to stitch through it, and I was worried about that. So yeah, happy with that. Ended up deciding last minute to move this from the corner to the center because it's just so big, it takes over everything. I had originally put it in the corner when it was like just the gold circle in, because I wanted to be able to read like a full word of gather, but I think I do like it better centered, and it really catches your attention. Added that little star sticker last minute. It's popped up on foam dots. I just wanted a little something extra on there just to really center in all that green. I really love how it came out, so I'm excited to use more of these throughout the album. And then I thought about maybe putting another one on the back, but it's pretty chunky with everything I have going on, so I just decided to leave it. It's fine. Ended up adding that gather tag here. And then here are my 3 little tags. So added the craft paper to the bottom of 2 of them. The way I needed to be able to crop these so that the photos didn't look too skinny and cropped needed to be like that. I added some Heidi swap paper here and just some basil cardstock just to support this, so it wouldn't be too flimsy since it's the vellum one. Added the May Arch ribbon to the top and stapled that in place. And here I hand wrote my journaling, and this was actually a strip of pattern paper that was from here. So added, it was like a scrap from my desk from day 3 that I had just sitting around, so I just used that in 2 places, and then used more craft paper on the back of this one, used some red May Arch ribbon there, and then just that little strip. And then on the back, and then this is the front of this one, and then that is the back. So just kind of had fun playing with extra papers and patterns and just getting everything filled in. And I probably actually could fit this into a standard 3 by 8 page protector, but I wanted to just have a little bit of room to expand so that the ribbons didn't have to be like right on top of each other. So thank you so much for watching. Get ready for day 8. It's gonna be a really quick one. I actually already did it, and just need to put it together and film everything and share with you guys. And I'm excited to have another little shaker pocket. So cute. So bye for now.